Hi everybody, it's Dara, and I am so excited about everybody getting so excited about their north nodes and how much it's helping and how uncanny the information is. Like, it's just crazy to be able to just get it like that. Hi. To be able to get your direction in life, to be able to trust that little voice that you've heard since you were little, and maybe people were like, no, or you thought no because of many reasons having to do with your south node. Your south node is where you need to like step away from. You've been there, you've done that. When you're there in this lifetime, certain behaviors, you're in your shadow self. If you've ever wondered or heard shadow work, shadow work, shadow work, and you don't know what it is and what's yours, this is it. The south node describes it. And then it's like certain behaviors. And when you catch yourself, I call it like the south node cringe, when you're like, ooh, when you hear me talk about your shadow, your south node behavior, and you're like, oh my God, I'm doing that. That's the best thing in the world, because it gives you actual like a roadmap or a map to seeing what your not so lovely behavior is. And then you can catch yourself and redirect towards your north node. So for example, my south node is in Scorpio. So when I sense myself in relationship trying to like control, or if I get any jealousy or any like blah blah blah, whatever my south node is, you can hear my south node and north node story when you get your north node course. I redirect. I look at, buy, or paint flowers. I light candles. I am in a relationship with someone who has the Cancer North Node, and I can't even tell you how uncannily accurate it has described the tricky points in my relationship, to the point where I was like, oh my God, they might as well have said Patrick, Dara. And I was like, oh my God, he does that. I've called him on it, and now I know what it is. And my friend Lori has the same north node as me, and she's with someone who has the same north node as Patrick. And it's like, it could be, without knowing what it is, like possible grounds for dismissal when someone's doing their south node behavior and you don't know what it is. But once you know what it is, you're like, and then you can explain it to them and work out a situation. South node is, we're doing the houses next. That's the second part of my north node package. It's not filmed yet, but I'm working on it. By December, first week in December, it should be ready. It's so cool to know. But the first thing is to get the what. Your north node is like what you need to do, who you need to be, who your soul wants you to be in this lifetime. Your south node is in Cancer, 100%. See, you have lots of work. Work being, I am extraordinary, work being the operative word. If your north node is in Capricorn, you have to work. You have to accomplish. So it's really fun. It's only $21 to get your north node situation and to get your direction. So it's totally accessible and people are loving it. Hi, everybody. Hi. I love to hear what the north nodes are. North node Capricorn, anyone else. I know some north node Capricorns, and they're amazing, loving, nurturing, there's two different kinds of Cancer south nodes, right? You learned that in your video. And you're supposed to be a leader. You're supposed to lead us with love. And hello, friend. North node Cancer in the 9th. My north node is in the 9th house of Sagittarius. So if you know where your north node is, what house it's in, you can get the video for that. So if your north node is in the 9th house, you can get the Sagittarius video, and it's going to tell you what that is. Like what I call the second north node is the house placement, and mine is in the 9th house. And so my second north node is Sagittarius, which is why you guys like to see me travel. So I behave very Venusian Taurian, my north node in Taurus, as a Sagittarius traveling. Hi, I loved our chat today too. Kate, honey, it was so great. And you're so beautiful. And Leo is like follow Kate, you guys, because she's doing Buddhist teachings and she's going to be helping people with her starry Leo North Node. She has to step out and be seen. And it was such a pleasure to meet you. I can't wait to stay posted on what you do. So I do half-hour sessions. I can do them. You have the option to book a mini session so that we can like go deeper and get more confirmation and exploration. North Node is Capricorn in the 6th, so your second North Node is Virgo. You can get the Virgo video. It's coming soon, so don't worry if you don't know what the house thing is and what I mean. But if you do know the house, then you know that the 6th house is the house of Virgo. So you could get the Virgo video and be like, uh-huh. But you can wait till I do the videos too, so that's up to you. North Node in Capricorn, you know, you guys really got to get out of the house. Get out into the world. North Node in Virgo in the house of Neptune and Pisces. So your second, what I call the second North Node, is in Pisces. Hi, Charlotte. Your North Node is in Scorpio. That's pretty badass. Like, to have your North Node in Scorpio means that if you don't let go, the universe is going to make you. So you have to start being in the practice of letting go. My decluttering videos on YouTube, the art of letting go of a lot of different things which you learned in your video. It's people, places, and things. So if you, hi Jenna Zoe, hi. Jenna and I are going to discuss North Node and human design, I think on Friday. I don't know whenever it's going to happen, but Jenna's in town, and it's been, I get messages like every day, lots of them, that it's like light bulbs go off when you hear your North Node, and like the moments where you have that, I'll share some of these messages here in my stories because it's so cute and so great. You've accepted your Capricorn North Node. I like that. You've accepted it. I've accepted it. I say activated. I'm activated in my North Node in Taurus. And when I'm in my South Node, in the cringy South Node cringe, where I'm like, oh, I'm doing it. And you know when you're doing your South Node, when you're just so uncomfortable with yourself, when you're just like, I am yucky, or I'm not happy. When you're happy, you're doing your North Node. So I redirect, and I've been redirecting for many, many years. When I'm not happy, make a tonic, or I fluff my bed, or I open the windows and clean up, or I go see beauty in nature. So you have to know your North Node. It's like the best. It's just to the point. You know, as far as like Jenna does, you know, she's our human design expert. And the biggest thing that I know about me as a projector is I just love efficiency. I love getting to the point. I don't want to waste. So it's also, I have Mercury in Sagittarius. So I'm like, it's got to be to the point. Let's not beat around the bush. Let's not waste our time. And the North Node is the most direct link to what we should be doing in our lives. Like, what is going to make our soul happy? Literally, it's been said, it's the reason for reincarnation, the reason for coming into this lifetime. I'm supposed to be Venusian. So when I'm being that way, I'm making videos and I'm sharing nature and I'm sharing the flowers. These are carnations. So look at these color. This is like the color of my bedroom. I just did a very Taurus North Node thing where I painted my bedroom a dusty rose. I rolled up my sleeves. I got on the scaffolding. I did the colors. I made it beautiful. And Jen is going to see it maybe tomorrow. I don't know when she's coming. Maybe Friday. Yes, any thoughts on the clarity is so great, right, Kira? I am Roxy B. Oh, you guys are so cute and with me. I love when you're with me. I look like, this is a very perfect example. So I just want you to know, on Live with Dara Dubonnet on Facebook, I am having a feng shui party. It can be a North Node party, whatever you want to come dressed as in your feng shui attire, in your North Node attire. That's where you can kind of get support from each other, ask me questions. I like it because you can post a picture to the group. Like Karen posted a picture of her dining room, and I'm going to, she sketched out her floor plan. I drew the Vago over her floor plan, and the next step is to share the screen so I can point out different things she can do. So I'm working on my workflow for that. Hi, love to catch you live. Kira has been with me forever. Harper Lee. purpley Scorsese. So any thoughts on the North Node in Virgo and the South Node in Pisces? Routine. If you take the video for your North Node in Virgo, you will have so many light bulb moments. And the biggest thing is that you've been Pisces in many past lifetimes, and there's not a lot of boundaries. In this lifetime, you're going to want to like button it up. Containers. So I just decided I'm back to my like following my inspiration. If I get a message, turn on the camera, I don't really get to go put on makeup or fix my hair. It's like, this is it. All my videos on YouTube, it was almost like I could see inspiration fly by, like turn on the camera. Not really knowing what I was going to make food-wise, not always knowing what I was going to say, but something would come. And that's the trust. So if you don't know your human design, it's so very helpful. Jenna boils it down. Like I like to boil down the North Nodes and raw food, and the Container Store is so very Virgo. It's not very Pisces, but it will make your soul happy to have a container in which to hold your flowers, hold all that beautiful Piscean water that you have. Could you talk more about your current understanding of past lifetimes and how all that fits in? So what do you mean exactly? The South Node represents your past lifetimes. So in my past lifetimes, I was Scorpio. I was like the seer, like the oracle. I saw things, I knew things, and I was praised for my gifts. And I would help somebody in charge so that they could be in power. And in doing so, I received riches. And I came into this lifetime just kind of feeling like I'd be taken care of. Like I really always feel like the universe is going to take care of me. But it's less faith. It's usually based on like my mother would always be my safety net. And I'm fully activated in my Taurus North Node now, where I completely provide for myself, but you can be sure that there have been times where I relied on an ex-husband or a husband, or I relied on my mom or my grandparents, and now it's like so all me, and it's the best time in my life. Thank you, I am extraordinary. I have no hair and no makeup. It's like here I am. I love containers. I love having containers for my markers. So here's the thing that's beautiful about the North Nodes and why I love the whole bundle, because I believe we have something to learn from all of them. So, and when you're learning about different North Nodes, you'd be like when I heard about Aries, it's like, I need to do a little more of that Aries North Node, and I need to make sure that I'm not taking care of everybody else before myself. It won't be hard for me to adopt someone else's North Node like it is for the person with that North Node. It's not as much of a stretch, but there's some things to take from all of them. And the really cool thing is that when we watch someone in their North Node, activated in their North Node, we can feel the sparkle. Like we know something's up, and then they can expand our lives, expand our horizons. So I, as a Taurus North Node, with my second North Node being in Sagittarius because it has a 9th house placement, I expand people's horizons for what's possible as far as beauty in the home and beauty with healthy organic produce, and especially when I travel. So when I'm doing my North Node, that's when I sparkle. That's when people want to watch me. When you are activated in your North Node, people can feel something good is up, and then they want to be near you. They want to work with you. They want to provide you with opportunities. When you are doing your South Node work, let's say you're in a career that's when you're in your South Node, you may be doing everything right on paper. People could look and say, wow, they're accomplished and they're doing a good job, but it won't feel good. Other people will feel it. Nobody knows why exactly, but this is why. It's you having contracted a job out of your South Node behavior. North Node in Aquarius in the 5th. So North Node Ariel in Aquarius makes your South Node in Leo. And so that would be opposition. So when there is an opposition or something a little conflicting, like let's say your sun sign is the same as your south node, it just means you need to pay extra attention to the balance. Like sometimes you lean into the north node behavior, and sometimes you just can't help yourself being your south node because it's your sun sign. So it's not always clean and clear, but you use your intuition. The next batch of videos that I'm going to make are going to explain the houses. So don't worry about that yet, because the north node is what you need to do. So Ariel needs to be Aquarian. Ariel needs to be, she can be a leader, but it really needs to be about humanity as a whole, not just about her. So she learns that in her North Node in Aquarius video. It's not an easy one. There's almost like that one, it could be a little bit of a rude awakening, because you're like, you come in expecting, like you were a rock star, you know, and now you got to be like of the people. You still can have like this cult-like following, but it will not feel right if you make it about you. It will only feel right when you are promoting another person or a cause or something that's going to help everyone. This is so important to know. You know, this is so, if you have opposition, it just means you got some balancing. It means that you have to do a dance. It means that I imagine that you can catch the not so nice south node behavior. So if your north node is in Aquarius, you know that you got to be the team player. But it's in the 5th house, so the 5th house will tell you where it plays out. So for you, it's not, I don't think of it as opposition, even though that's what it's called. It's like it plays out in 5th house stuff. It plays out in creativity and in romance and in, this is the next batch, so it's coming. So just hang tight for that. Get on the newsletter, get this video, then you'll get an announcement when that one comes out. But it's really fun. Like my North Node in Taurus is fun. All of our north nodes are fun because it's going to make our soul happy. It's what we want. When you know what house it's in, you know where. Like I need to do Taurian things, and I need to get out of my 2nd south node, which is Gemini. So when I get too localized and too comfortable at home and too local, I have to force myself to go away, which is what I did this summer, my Astro Geo traveling. You're a Libra sun. This is all true. You're so welcome. It's so true. I'm not going to steer you guys wrong. Like it is, I will steer you right in the right direction of your soul's wish. It's been on point for everyone. I really haven't heard anybody that this hasn't felt true. And I feel like the happiest people are the ones who are accepting of their North Node and activated in. It's more like this. It's like reaching. It's like a reaching for your North Node. It's pretty. It's pretty reaching for your North Node. It's not so pretty sitting in a dark room being your South Node cringy self. North Node Capricorn in the 6th house. I love that you guys are knowing your houses, but it's coming next for those of you who don't. So don't worry, I'm going to so explain it in such a fun way. So North Node in Capricorn, I am extraordinary, needs to work. She needs to get out of the house and do her work, unless it's in the 4th house of home, and then we're going to talk about all of this. North Node in Capricorn in the 6th house, becoming a nurse feels so right. So her business is in the service of others. So fun. How amazing. That must feel so enriching to know it's striking true chords with everyone. It is. My loved ones, my daughter, it's like because I know her North Node, I know what to encourage, and she lights up. My boyfriend, I know his North Node. I know what to encourage. It's like someone feels really seen when you look up their North Node, and you don't need to have their birth time, which is really helpful because not everybody has their birth time. You can see how evolved they are. You can see when they're tripping themselves up when they're being their South Node self, and we all do it. So there's no shame. Like I've got South Node behavior that is not pretty. Joanne. Hi, Joanne. North Node in Aquarius is that rude awakening, right? When you listen to your Aquarius North Node, you're going to be like, oh, I'm not supposed to be the star. You are the star. You'll never lose your South Node behavior. Everybody is so loud that you never lose. The Leo South Node never loses their starry behavior. People want to watch them, but it's time for something else. I'll never lose my oracle ways of like seeing, like I'll see into someone and I'll see what could go wrong like 1,000 miles away. I'm like spidey senses. I'll never lose that. But am I supposed to spend my life focusing on a partner, delving into their stuff and manipulating them around so that they can stay powerful? No, I'm supposed to roll up my sleeves and get to work for myself. So anytime I see myself doing that, I can do it in sessions with someone, but I can't do it with my partner. So if I do that, it's not pretty. Not pretty. Total aha. So there's the ahas of the North Node, like, my soul is singing. And then there's like the uh-oh, when you realize your South Node cringe, as I call it. You noticed your boyfriend is a North Node Taurus like me. So now you know to serve him something beautiful and a glass of something beautiful in something beautiful. And that you play pretty music and that you make love making sensual. Like it's so important to know our partner's North Node because it identifies the fights, really. It identifies the trouble spots in relationship, and it also identifies the glory, the North Node glory. Like, where's the glory? Don't you want to know? So it's the South Node cringe. It's yucky when you're like, oh, I do that. Like, oh, even like with Scorpio South Node, it's so funny because even if I'm manipulating in a way that's for somebody's highest good, like I want them to eat this or they should be doing this, it doesn't mean that I should be doing it. So your boyfriend says all the time how much he loves beauty. So you know to dress like Venus, and you know to, which one was yours? I am extraordinary. So you can tie in your highest self with his highest self and then be up there. You've been living in the South Node cringe, Judy. I so get it. It's not cute. It's not cute, but now you know how to get out of it. It's really not cute. It's not cute behavior at all. What about the North Node in Sagittarius? Well, that's a fun one, right? Like Sagittarius is joy and expansion and far away travel. But sometimes North Node Sagittarians are afraid to leave home. So I highly recommend that North Node video. The least purchase, all of them are like people are buying them. They love them. The most are the Taurus North Node people have gotten them. Then second is Aries, and then Aquarius North Node. And I find that fascinating because I think you need help when you come in like a rock star and then all of a sudden you're not people aren't supposed to be serving you all the time. You're supposed to be in service to humanity. You need this North Node help. And then the least purchased one was the Gemini North Node, which is so funny, you guys, because when people are in their South Node as Sagittarius, they have a know-it-all thing. Like the South Node Sagittarius, basically, there's a lot to it, but there's this feeling of like having been there, seen everything, and you already know everything. So it's kind of funny that that's the least purchased one. I thought it was going to be Libra North Node, but it's not. Isn't that funny? Both my hubby and me have North Node in Scorpio. Well, that's super sexy. You guys can like see into each other and help each other to rise up. You get to delve in. I don't know if you watched The Mermaid Who Lives in a Treehouse, if you watched your Scorpio North Node video, but I think it will help. Let go. I have mantras in each North Node, and I'm remembering the mantras for yours. My friend Tammy has your North Node, so I know it well. I really, really thought about it. I really was like, what is this? Like, what? Each North Node, I like put myself into the position of the person who has those nodes. It really took me 6 months because I was like, I have to fully understand this. Like, I remember asking Jenna about a family member of hers with a particular North Node. I'm like, I need to understand this. Like, I need to like understand this more fully. So I found examples of each, and that was important to do. Okay, yours is a Capricorn North Node and his is Taurus. So that's pretty cool. So your Capricorn North Node, it makes you go out of the house, work, be a leader, be earthy, be very practical. You match an Earth North Node. So he loves beauty. You like stability. Taurus is very stable. And Capricorns are classically beautiful, which will appeal to a Taurus North Node. I like that combo. The North Node in Scorpio, I think I'd like to hear more about that, Mermaid. North Node is in Pisces. Oh, that's a fun one. I mean, it's not easy because we know what Virgos tend to be like. And when we talk about the South Node, it's never like, it's really usually not the highest expression. You take the highest expression of that sign with you, so you get to take the gifts, but the lower expression is what runs game. And so we know the lower expression of Virgo. Have you watched the video? Yeah, I would listen. I would get your North Node. I'm not kidding. You're finding Bronwyn. I like that. Oh, I like that name. Find it hard to integrate ideas of Cancer North Node with ... With what? With Leo rising and Virgo sun. So sometimes we have to use our intuition with this stuff. We either get a reading with someone who loves the North Nodes as much as I do. I do offer half-hour sessions, mini sessions for people who've taken their North Node, because we can delve in further because you've got the basics. Right, because Cancer North Node is feminine, and Leo sun is Leo rising, but that's how the world sees you, Virgo sun. So I would be curious to know your moon, Bronwyn. Virgo sun, you can do this. You can do this. Sometimes it's just a little bit of a dance and a story you have to tell. So if you take the Cancer North Node and you need to be mothering and nurturing and more home and less patriarchal, I love my Cancer North Node video that I did because I had such an inside look because it's Patrick's. So helpful. That one was like, how it got filmed in a chapel in Lisbon was fascinating to me. It was very, very special. So I highly recommend that for you. Your Leo rising is just the world, how you can be like the mother lioness, right? You need to be the mother to yourself and to others with a Cancer North Node, and your Leo rising is like a lioness. And Virgo sun is going to make you routined and tidy and needing things to go a certain way. So I don't really see a problem with that. Kira, I value that you are thorough with your understanding, and though you create action efficiently, it's full and effective. Well, thank you. I am thorough. I really did my best to really understand each one of these and deliver in a way that explain the South Node. And I say this, it's not pretty when I describe the South Node. It's hard not to sound not nice about it because it's the not nice parts of ourselves. But one of my favorite things to do is to take information and just make it to the point. Sometimes there's information, and of course there's beautiful work out there, but it's not as like digestible or distilled. And obviously everything is so much more complicated and we can go further and deeper, but this is such a good fast track to getting, it's almost like why they recommend pharmaceuticals to lift depression, right? It snaps you out of something so you can at least get to the business of doing things that make you happy. I'm not saying pharmaceuticals, no pharmaceuticals, but it's kind of like the North Node helps you to get to joy quickly, and then a little bit of joy makes a lot more joy. Just like when you're grateful and you express gratitude, you get more things to be grateful for. The North Node is like a fast redirect out of misery. That's how I see it. Someone can quote me on that. You loved your North Node video. It was as if you were telling my life story. Which one was yours, INB? I have my glasses on. JMB, INB. It is so amazing. It was like my life story is the Taurus North Node. It's my life story. I've done it. I've been there. Every single piece of it. You'll watch the video Nurturing and Anti-Patriarchy, Mother Lioness. Yes, you are here to be a lioness, a mother. Lioness is powerful. And also like taking care of your den in an orderly way. Oh, Jenna Sophia, if you're here, just know I want to meet you. I want to meet all of you, really. I think Tasha, my assistant, loves to plan events. So I say we have a North Node gathering to discuss them. What do you do if you love your South Node a lot? Since I'm an Aquarius North Node. That was one of the hardest North Nodes to do, I have to tell you, because in some way, it's like a smackdown. Like, in some way, and yet, think about it, you were royalty, you were wealthy, you had everybody doing everything for you, but at some point, it was abused. So it's really like, I think what you know as the Leo South Node, and you really like it, is that you still get to be Leo. You will always be Leo. You will always have people who want to watch you and be near you. You're going to feel more enriched when you sit down on the floor and be Aquarian or use technology or all the things that I mentioned in the video. You will feel soul enriched. Thank you, Kira. You're always so good at writing. If you guys follow Kira, she's so lovely. A fast redirect out of misery. That's what it is. Let's put that on the page somewhere. It needs to be on my Facebook page. We need to tell Tasha, a fast redirect out of misery. That's what the North Node is. So Patrick's here. I don't know if he wants to say anything about his North Node. Probably not. It's Cancer. I got those from Go Raw. Will you hand me one? You don't have to be on camera. So Go Raw sent me a bunch of things. Did you try them? No. Go eat some. I've been using these since I was raw in 2006. Like, they went on every smoothie, every salad for years and years. Finally, they're like, do you want us to send you some? And I was like, sure. So these are, the reason they're so amazing, you guys, is because back in the day, I would never eat a roasted seed or a roasted nut, and I wouldn't eat a nut or seed that wasn't soaked and then dehydrated. So I had to dehydrate all of mine, except Go Raw activates them, another word for sprouting them, another word for soaking them and making them live, and then they dehydrate them all for you. So who wants to do that themselves? Who has time? If you have a massive family, yeah. You love your Pisces South Node. So Joanne, just so with your Leo South Node and Aquarius North Node, we picture us all holding hands and doing a cause together. Isn't that cute? And you can like be the leader of it, but you're still part of the group. And that's sweet. I like your Pisces South Node because Pisces are the lovers. You're never going to stop being a lover and a healer. Anyway, you're my off-camera snack assistant. He actually brought me dinner. Let's eat. You want to eat? Mm-hmm. All right, you guys. I love you. This was so much fun. It's time to sign off. I'm going to save this video because I think we had a lot of fun and maybe I could post it somewhere. Big hugs. Thank you for the hearts. You guys know I don't like to hang up unless I see a lot of hearts. Megan. We're going to have a North Node party soon. And for those of you who are in Scotland, like Kira, we can share it live. YouTube. Should I post it on YouTube? Nary Guide? I can do that. I can do whatever I want. It's my sandbox. Sometimes when I post videos and I was like, what's that lighting? What am I wearing? And I'm like, well, you know, oh well. Okay, I'll post it there. Whoop, whoop. Whoop. I'm not saying that right. Big hugs. I love you guys. Imagine if we're all North Noding together, like happy and in our joy. What a fun world that would be. I'm going to YouTube it up. And then make sure when I put it on YouTube, you leave lots of nice comments and thumbs up. It's nice to hear the nice things and the thumbs up. I've been very lucky all those years with no you-know-whats, little trolls. So that's it. We love it. I love you. And let's have more fun. See how far you can reach towards your North Node. See you soon. Brillo Cat, watch this video. It was a fun one. Or catch it on YouTube. Big hugs.